There she is.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Doing good, doing good. Ashrita, did I get that right?
Yes.
Perfect. Off to a good start. Excited to talk about the new album, obviously the tour in the fall, and get your opinion on a couple things. But let's dig into the album first. You know, sophomore album. Usually, when you talk to bands, the first album is a complete blur. They don't even remember the whole process. Curious for you, with the second album, things kind of slowed down a little bit this time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, we were kind of taking a lot of intentional time to make sure that we were in a good headspace to write. Um, so it definitely was a little less like spontaneous than the first album for sure. I
Little
could
more,
totally see that.
little more calculated.
A little bit more like, yeah, just like we had a lot more experience just like touring and stuff. And I think we just thought a lot more about, what's it gonna be like to play these songs while we were writing them, not just like thinking in our heads and like creatively, but also just thinking about like more about how the songs are gonna exist in the world. So yeah, touring a lot definitely catered to that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it makes you much tighter as a band, and you get to know each other and your kind of instincts, what the person's going to do before they even do it themselves.
Yeah, yeah, we definitely have gotten to know each other a lot over the past like 3 years. Because I think at the point at which Live Me Forever came out, we were like a group for maybe like 2 years, I think. So yeah, like it wasn't even I don't know when we were writing it. I got 4 years. Now it's been like I feel like it's been like seven or something, which is
Lifetime ago.
crazy. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, wait, we've known each other for a minute. Yeah.
Loving everything I've heard so far off the album. I appreciate you having Evil Eye in there, reminding me I need to eat some Lucky Charms. It's been way too long.
Oh my God. I that was actually my first time ever eating Lucky Charms was for that music video.
No
I've
way.
never had it before. It was so good. Like they were so tasty. I was like, my mom didn't let me have she thought the marshmallows were too sugary. Like that was like her line.
Well, she's
So I
right,
never
but
had Lucky Charms. Yeah.
she's absolutely right.
Yeah.
It is too much sugar, but you eating that, I was like, damn, I haven't had Lucky Charms in decades, but now I want a bowl.
They were so tasty. I was like, wait, I need to be buying these now. I'm gonna get into Lucky Charms as an adult. Like,
Start having
yeah.
songs called Lucky Charms and stuff.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Me and Myron were just talking about writing more silly songs.
Got to. Although on a little bit more of a serious topic, don't fight and really cool Paul singing in that one.
Yeah, yeah, he is. It's really exciting.
Whose idea was that? Was that your idea? You're like, go ahead and take it. Did you take the guitar and let him have the microphone or
Oh yeah, I mean like every song is different, and Don't Fight was a song that kind of originally came from Paul. Like he had this riff and then like he had like that vocal part and like that chorus and stuff. Um kind of like with his own vocals and it was just his song. Like he kind of like showed it to us as a band and I think I picked it up out of our drive and I started adding like a verse to it.
Hmm.
Um, so like when it came to recording the song, like I was like, yeah, Paul, you gotta sing your part. Um, and like we did have the conversation, I guess, of like, would I sing like his part? But it just didn't feel like it made sense. And the way that we did it felt really authentic to just like what the song was, which was like Paul's idea that he came to the band with and like I was inspired by. So yeah, yeah. It just kind of formed that way.
I really liked hearing the two different voices. It was a good like yin and yang, his voice kind of smooth and nice, and then you coming in with the screams. It was like a good balance off of each other.
Yeah, I really like the way that it came out, and I hope that we do more of that in the future. It was really, really fun. And it was also just like less pressure on me, like just doing the vocals the whole time too, and having someone to bounce off with. Like me and Paul bounce off each other, whenever he's like playing a solo or something like that. But and like I'm doing stuff in the background or vice versa, like leads under a chorus. But it's nice to like have both of our voices there too, just to
Yeah.
like talk to each other in a song. So I think we were really inspired by it just like that to do that more now.
Definitely lean into that. I loved it and loved it on the album, or what I've heard of the album
Yeah.
so far. And looking forward to hearing these songs live. We got you coming through Southern California, October 23rd at the Observatory, the next night, the 24th at the Echo in LA. And have you decided
Yeah.
the set list yet? Are you gonna be playing like I imagine all the songs that have been released so far from the new album, like half of the new album?
I mean, yeah, we're like just starting to kind of get into that, like what the set list is gonna be, because we would want to ideally play every single song. And then we're like, oh my God, wait, but we have to play like every single song, like old song too. Like it's so hard to narrow it down. And we're just getting into that phase now where we have too many songs to ever fit into one set. Um, so it's gonna be tough to pick which ones make it into the set list and which ones don't. We even talked about varying the set list every night.
Oh wow.
Um, it's like, yeah, just like keeping it fresh, just like playing different songs, but it we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, no, I'm like trying to look at the list of songs right now, just like, oh, like I don't even know which ones are definitely gonna be on the set list or not. I think Love It Here will definitely be on the set list. Don't Fight, I feel like has to be on the set list, but maybe not every night.
Hmm. More homework for you
Um,
that way.
Yeah, well, so I'm just looking at it, like what I think. I think patience is gonna be a big one for the set list. It's gonna be a really fun one to like sing to an audience. I'm really excited for all of these, honestly. I really don't know. You
Speaking
might, yeah.
I was gonna say, speaking of the live performance, how is the band setup gonna be? Because I like nerding out and paying attention to band members, and obviously Paul and Myron in the band. But then in some videos there's three of you, in some videos there's four or five. How are you gonna fill out the live sound?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna bring out like ever since I think like last year, like maybe like late 2023. No, I think 2024 is when we first started playing kind of with two additional members. So for the past year, it's been Michael Stebekis. He has his own project, Roselands, and he's like a good friend. We've been playing. He's been playing with us on the road for since 2022, I think. Um, and then our bassist that we've been playing for the last year is Kirby. Their project is Kirby the Immortal One. Um, and yeah, yeah. So they both have their own projects too. But we're definitely gonna have like in addition to the three of us, we'll definitely be bringing somebody on bass and someone on guitar because that's how the songs are recorded. So we like to fill it out, and I Michael's definitely gonna be coming. Um, gotta see if Kirby's free or not, but if not, we'll definitely bring someone on bass too. So it's nice to be playing as a five piece.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, yeah. It feels full. It feels like how the song's supposed to feel. So it's
totally.
nice.
I get the economics of it. Obviously, bringing two other people out on the road costs more money, but sound wise, it's so much better to have that person up there rather than running bass on track, on tape or something.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, like, especially since we just started playing more often, we're just like, okay, like the crowds are getting a little bigger. I think we need to be like, really representing ourselves here. Like, honestly, not just like we're not just messing around anymore. Like, this is a band. Like, we should we should do the thing, and it's been for the better. Like, it's so much better than trying to play with the track because we don't even like seriously play. Like when we were trying to play as a four piece or even as a three piece before, the tracks weren't even like they were just like samples that Paul was triggering on his thing, and Myron still had his AirPods in with the metronome. Like we don't run in-ears. I don't want to like figure it out. So, the more live musicians, the better.
Amen to that. And and speaking of the show, coming through SoCal, you've been touring now for a couple years. When you come through SoCal, is there anything like must have, like Mexican food or sushi or something? Is there something like every time you come through California, you're like, I got to get an In-N-Out burger or something? I don't know, something.
Oh my God. Favorite food in California? I I mean, I always want to get seafood when I'm by the sea. So I always look forward to that. Like I feel like there's some good poke out there
Yep, yep.
in California. Um I tried to get into In-N-Out Burger, but they're too small.
Well, you can add
Like
patties to them. You can make it a 2x2 or a 3x3 or a 4x4.
I guess so. They're just so tiny. Like I'm like, I don't want to pay money for that. But no offense or anything. I think it's a really cool brand. And I think like I really like going to an In-N-Out for the vibe. So I guess I'm like a little bit of like I like the vibe. I like the vibe of In-N-Out. But
And they got the whole secret menu. You up on that too? They got a whole secret
no,
menu.
I don't know that. Maybe
Oh
that's what I
yeah.
need to know. You gotta clue me in.
Because they only have like 6 items on the menu, but you can like add different stuff. You can take stuff off. You can do like a grilled cheese. Some people just go in and get meatless and
Really?
just do yeah. Or you can do like
Oh,
my go-to is the lemon up, half lemonade, half 7 Up. They'll make it for you. It's not on the menu, but there's all kind of cool little stuff like that.
okay, In and Out. All right.
You need
Maybe
to
I'll
go
give it a
explore again.
try. Yeah, yeah, maybe I'll give it another try. I mean, it's been a minute since we've been to California, so this fall will be our first time, maybe in 2 years, since we've been to California on tour.
You're
Yeah,
overdue.
I know. Yeah, those shows are gonna be crazy, I guess.
One other thing about the shows, ironically, the 23rd at the Observatory, 24th at the Echo, 24th is my birthday. And it got me to
Wow.
thinking, have you celebrated a birthday on the road or whether it be on stage or after a show or something? Is there any good birthday road story you have for yourself or anyone in the band?
Oh yeah, I mean, I think we all have. Myron maybe hasn't. I don't think we've had a tour like on his birthday. But I think my most memorable birthday on tour, that's like coming to mind like right now,
Sure.
is like literally my first birthday on tour was in 2022 when we were opening for Pup. Um, and they were really sweet. Like they got me a cake.
Oh, wow.
Um, and they like said happy birthday to me on stage and stuff. And then like I don't know, it was really they like got champagne and they like popped it because I didn't know how to pop champagne. So it was really sweet. Yeah, I remember that. And I remember eating a lot of the cake. It was really awesome. And that was the day we were playing in Austin, Texas. And it was like 95 degrees out, and um, everybody in the band was like Paul Myron, and then one of our friends, Max, at the time, decided to wear Bucky's onesies on stage. And someone took a video of the whole thing and put it up on YouTube, and it's my birthday set from 2022, forever immortalized on the internet. So I think that's probably my favorite one. That's like the most memorable.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's funny because some bands don't celebrate. Some guys like try to keep it quiet, or it can go the other way, and you can, you can get a little ambushed on stage. But you sound like you had the perfect experience.
It was really nice. Yeah. Like I didn't know what to do because like I had never like been on tour for my birthday. And I'd never even been on tour like that much. I hadn't been on tour for that long, like, it was our first time. Like second tour ever.
Wow.
So like yeah, it was like right after like the pandemic and like everything opened up and um yeah, so I don't know. I just didn't know what to expect. And I was like, oh, like I'm not gonna be with like my family or, like my friends back home. Like, but it was nice. It was kind of like, whoa, like, okay, it can be different. But I did miss having my birthday at home after a couple years.
Yeah.
And it was nice to have my birthday at home like last year. Yeah.
Is
I
that
have my
something
birthday
you?
on the road this year too.
So it is gonna be. I was gonna say, is that something you try to schedule off now when you can? Like, I'm gonna be home for my birthday.
I mean, I feel like honestly, Pinkshift, like we don't have the leverage to turn down like a great tour just because it's my birthday, unfortunately. But
One day.
maybe one day it would be nice to maybe even just like schedule in a little off day just so I can like have like a chill day or something.
Spa
Like,
day
but
or
it's
something.
yeah, yeah. But like whenever we perform, like whenever we performed on my birthday, I kind of always just like forget when I'm on stage that it's my birthday. So if I don't really talk about it, like if I don't stop the show or something, then someone will. Oh, this year we were on tour with the Linda Lindas. It was so sweet. They all came out on stage during our last song with like party hats and like streamers and like a little chocolate cake, and it tasted so good. And they all wished me happy birthday at the end of our set. It was sweet. They like ambushed us on stage. That was really sweet too. That was really nice.
That's awesome.
Um,
Got
yeah.
all the good birthday stories. No horror stories on stage when it's your birthday. Not getting a cake in the face or nothing like that.
No, no, no one would ever do that to me. Nobody who knows me would ever do that to me.
They know better.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
appreciate all the time. Last couple things I got for you. A little bit out of the world of your style of music. Although, so much I read you guys on Hopeless and everything, it talks about punk, but when I listen to you guys, it sounds like a metal band to me.
Yeah. I think like yeah, our genre is just whatever's rock, I guess.
Just heavy, but it's so funny laying in the punk space and a lot of punk rockers giving you love. But I'm like, man, I'm a metal guy, and when I hear it, it sounds like metal to me. But speaking of metal and the recent tragedy, I mean, it's going to be talked about for a while. But rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. You're going to talk about metal. He's kind of the definition of that. Wanted to get some thoughts from you on his passing and what an influence he is on you, if any.
Yeah, I mean it was like a huge day. I feel like everyone kind of like felt it. It was like probably the like not the like I don't know, just like being at this age and seeing like huge icons to me, I guess, like or to like my generation like passing away. I feel like maybe like my parents have all obviously like experienced that a lot, but like I'm experiencing that for the first time myself. Um, so it's always like a little like jarring, but it's also just kind of like okay, cool. So this is the future, I guess. Like this is what we're stepping into, like a world that's very influenced by this person. And I never listened really honestly to Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath, but like I was surrounded by like his influence everywhere, right? So I can definitely feel the impact. But yeah, it's kind of just like oh, okay. A lot of this record that we're putting out right now is about grief, and I feel like I've been processing, like learning how to process grief for the first time in my life, like seriously as an adult.
Ah,
And I think what I've kind of drawn from that is that everything is cyclical. Nothing ever truly dies. Um, Especially, if you can impact the world, then that's a blessing. Um, and all the world can really do is like live on with that and it's hard. So I guess those are my thoughts. It really does make you think though, just wow, time is passing, we're getting older, like we're moving into a new space, maybe that's I don't know, that has less rock gods in it for some
no, we need
reason.
new
Like
rock
what's
gods in it.
going on? Yeah, I guess all the old rock gods are, they're passing on. It's kind of weird. Yeah.
That's why
It's
we got.
it's yeah.
I was gonna say we got to usher in the next generation, like you and newer bands, to be those next rock gods like Ozzy
I
Osbourne.
was gonna say, yeah, I was like, it's kind of like, I mean, I hate to say it, but like, I don't know, it's an exciting time just to think about how, the world is gonna move forward, how the music space is gonna move forward. I know like metal and rock is really legends, like we're always focused on the legends, but there's so much bubbling underneath. Um, so I kind of think about like, okay, cool, like what's gonna rise up? and like what's the Phoenix gonna look like this year,
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the time and the tunes, and can't wait for the shows in October.
Yeah, awesome. If there's like a place where I can listen back to this whenever you air it, like that'd be cool. Let me know.
Yeah, I'll definitely share it with Tim and the team
Yeah,
at
that
Adams
sounds
Splitter.
great.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you for the time and the killer music.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Bye bye.
Bye.